Hi, my name is Rich Bonaparte, and so glad to be here. I just wanted to share a couple things with you. I've been reflecting this week, and I've been told I'm a all or nothing kind of guy. And this has served me well, and it's also proved to be challenging in some areas of my life because I'm a huge man of faith, or I can also struggle with the smallest of things. And I was reflecting this week on Psalms 56:3. When I'm afraid, I put my trust in you. And I'm hoping that that can minister to you today. If there are areas in your life that you're struggling with, if there's areas of your life that prove to be challenging, and for me it's fear. I find that I've struggled with some of the smaller things in life, and now that I'm older, I found that it's important to draw even closer to the Lord. So I thought I'd play a song. Maybe it would minister to you a little bit. And I thought we could just open in prayer. Father, I just thank you for this time, Lord. And I ask that you can minister to some people today. And I hope that it speaks to your heart. I want to be more about who you are. I want to be your light on earth, your shining star. Teach me to run, not a walk after you. I want to give you praise today for all you do, all that I do. That means everything. I give you everything, forget nothing. You are my everything, everything. I give you everything, forget nothing. You are my everything, 'cause I want you, 'cause I'm gonna put you first in everything I do. 'Cause I want you, 'cause I'm gonna put you first in everything I do, all that I do. You are my everything, everything. So I think in this context, everything is that first step, where you are organizing and prioritizing your spiritual life, and that means putting God first. So in this case, you put God first in everything you do. So you're putting God first in your relationships. You're putting God first when you go forth with your work week, right? So in this case, it's everything you do. It's your language, it's your attitudes, it's how you reflect on things in life. So in this case, in this song, is simply, God, I give you everything that I have. That's possibly everything that I can offer. I give it to you, and I put you first in everything I do. And really, that's the part that I think drives the fear out, at least for me. When I reflect back on Psalms 56:3, when I'm afraid, I put my trust in you. It's really that simple. It's almost I almost have to move in a childlike faith, where I have to I can't overthink it. And I have to put you first, God. And it's really that simple. When I move, when I reflect on being this all or nothing person, it's really God telling, it's really myself aligning to God's best purposes. And, I don't overthink those things because I see things in black and white, because I see things in truth or lies. I don't struggle with the in-between. I think for me, it's the struggle is committing to doing that each and every time. So I find that I don't really have a middle ground. I just have an all out or I don't do it. So this is kind of the prayer that I reflect on if I'm struggling with fear. And I just say, God, I just put my trust in you. I just say, take it out of my thought life. And I just say, God, let me be the best person I can be on the job today. If that's if that's where you're struggling, but not to overthink it. When and if you find that you're struggling uh, in any area of your life, like in this case in my life, I'm older, so I struggle with the things older people do. Will I have enough money when I retire? Are there jobs out there for me? My kids are grown up and they're in trouble. My relationships aren't what they need to be, right? Any of those things. That doesn't change. That doesn't change putting God first. Even if we don't see those changes, we still need to recognize that there is order in the spiritual realm. And God's saying, His promises that if we put Him first in our lives, and maybe in this case, for things that are out of your control, like job loss and kids that are spiraling out of control, or financial problems, things that you're attempting to fix, right? But if there's problems that seem like they're out of your control, we still have to put God first. And His promise is, you put me first and I will take care of everything else. And the order will fall back into place. So it's really a trust item. And that goes back to Psalms 56:3. When I'm afraid, I put my trust in the Lord. I've had friends in the past that, you know, uh, did bring the best out of me. And they might have been coworkers. I'm like, I'm just going to choose not to socialize with them. I'm not going to choose to hang out with them, right? And then, surround yourself with people that will bring you up, right? And then encourage you, and not overthink that. Especially if you're trying to get back in and thinking about how many Bible studies I need to go. Just get into the Word daily. Find a church that you can plug into and go there. Know that church is imperfect. Know you're going to hear something from the pastor, from somebody else that's probably going to upset you. Don't let it bother you. Just know that we're all on a journey together, including myself. And the pastor is imperfect, and the worship leaders are imperfect, and the ushers are imperfect, right? But you just go there and you bring the best, and that's why the community of believers is important. You need to be plugged into that. So it was great being with you today. I hope this was an encouragement to you. Just remember, if you're struggling, there's people that are praying for you. Get plugged into church. Get in your word every day. I was so glad I had a chance to spend this time with you today, and look forward to meeting you again.